NSU in the weekend. Just looking at how the ABC boys have been warming up for the fixture, I can confirm that they have been following James Coughlin's routines that he has been putting out. So a lot of jinks in there, a lot of steer jinks, a lot of prone jinks, a lot of roller jinks. So I think you can tell the point will be that we'll be focusing a lot on jinking as we come into the weekend. The boys are feeling pretty good coming into the weekend. A few players returning from injury, the likes of Tyman Iverson looking to step onto the field and be as creative on the pitch as he has been lately in Minecraft for the last 72 hours. Well done there, Ty. Dom Dixon will also be returning from injury, looking to get one up on Brad Reed at the back for NSU actually, as Dom will actually be facing up in centre striker for this one, trying to bring one back on the man who scored a push against them last season. Isaac Holbrook, also a familiar name. He has been hanging up his washing lately in isolation, and will be looking to carry on this routine by hanging NSU out to dry in the weekend. There's a few key threats that NSU does pose coming into this game though that we have to be wary of. We're going to be looking at Matt Simmons in the midfield. He won't do too much on the ball, but can guarantee that he will be very complimentary to his teammates around him. Also looking out for the likes of Nick Elder, who's aiming for a career high of 2 goals in one season this game. Also news on players Byron Byes and Dylan Stevenson. Don't think we have to be too worried about their presence in the game, as rumour has it they are busy tattooing each other in isolation. Lastly, just a point on Coach Dowdy's greenskeeping. Apparently he's been struggling to keep his ewes in the paddock lately, so we're looking to capitalise on that, as we're expecting a bit of extra lip from the sidelines from him out there.
Sweet. Obviously, well, not obviously, but as you're aware, Dowdy is an expert in almost anything. So he is down in Wellington. He's advising Jacinda and the New Zealand government on the response to the COVID-19 crisis. So good on you, Dr. Dowd, doing big things for the country. Penny has actually been arrested. He panic bought 1,000 hand sanitizers, and he was trying to sell them on what he's informed me is some sort of goods and services exchange group called Tinder. Not familiar with the app myself, but by all accounts, Penny tries to sell a fair bit on it. And from what I've heard, hasn't had a whole lot of purchase, but he's been nabbed this time trying to sell excess hand sanitizer. So we may not see him around for a wee while. And as we expected this time of year, Malcolm Humphreys, he's at the annual Baby Boomer Conference. They're talking capital gains tax this year. They're down in Wanaka. And he was really excited. As you guys probably know, Mike Hosking speaking at that again for the 10th year running. Malcolm, a big fan of Mike Hosking and his views. In terms of ABC, I know we don't really know who plays for them, but I checked the team list, and apparently James Colgan does play for them. Haven't seen it yet, but the good thing about coming up against James in club hockey is he doesn't actually like to play hockey. He just likes to talk about it and sort of remind people how good he is. So we'd expect James only to play a couple of minutes of a quarter. The rest of the time he'll be sort of subbing himself off and reminding his teammates that if he wanted to, he could be tearing the game to pieces and that he used to be a black stick. So no real threat expected from James today. Big threat today is Rani. Not normally a threat, but his signature move has taken off of late, and in the current environment, Rani's handshake is a real threat. So he'll expect him to try and shake your hand before the game, the solly shake we call it, and avoid that where possible. And if you do come into contact with Rani's hands, make sure that you're sanitizing as quickly as possible and avoiding touching sort of your mouth, your eyes, or anywhere on your face until you've washed your hands or sanitized. Last real threat in the ABC side is the international guest player. So he plays at the back. He's quite a good flicker. He's a DJ and looks a lot like Snoop Dogg. Pardon? Oh, okay. No, that guy plays for Takapuna, so I'm not sure who ABC's guest player is, but I guess we'll find out. So that's them. We won't talk too much onto us. So yeah, let's just get out there, boys, and have a good time. Go well.